up as children, we have all wanted to go to school and probably graduate and reach the university, having that crown on your head, the excitement it comes with, the happiness, the pride it gives to you as a person, and of course, your parents finally being so happy that what they put in place has finally yielded to something. And yes, the hotel and tourism industry is one of the most important sectors in the country that brings a lot of profit and sustains the economy of Uganda as a country. Today we are here at the Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute, where the 13th graduation ceremony is taking place right now. Well, my name is Amuge Victoria, and you are welcome to the Education Forum, a show that digests the trends and development in the education sector. Stay tuned. All right, so before we go any further, let's first hear from the principal of this institute, who is going to give us more details on the performance of the students and the graduation ceremony in general. Stay tuned.
This is yet another round for the institute to give accountability to the stakeholders for the time and the resources spent in preparing human resources for the tourism sector of Uganda. In line with the government policy of skilling Ugandans in preparation for the middle income status, graduates coming out today are fully equipped with the requisite skills and are ready for immediate integration into the world of work. The training value chain constitutes a combined effort between the industry and the institute. Honourable Minister, the industry has a critical role Honourable Minister, the industry has a critical role to play in the institute's curriculum development, review and delivery. At the level of assessment, the institute undertakes this exercise in conjunction with the industry. During the internship program, the institute helps in training and assessing the students' practical skills, attitude, and agility to work. Honourable Minister and guests, in pursuit of the core functions of the Institute as stipulated in UHTI Act 2015, this year the Institute launched its research agenda, focusing on value addition to traditional foods of Uganda, popularizing tourism and hospitality education, and spotlighting work conditions in the hospitality industry. The research agenda is being implemented with the assistance of Makerere University College of Agriculture and Environmental Science under the ambit of the MOU between the two institutions. As part of the research agenda, the industry in October this year entered into a memorandum of understanding or partnership with the Busoga Kingdom to produce a cookbook for traditional foods in the sub-region. The intention is to promote traditional Ugandan foodstuffs on the international menu, as well as integrate its teaching in the national curriculum of hospitality training. On the same note, guest of honor, the Institute is in partnership with the International Labour Organization to train refugees and their host communities in Uganda in the trade of hospitality. The program is implemented in conjunction with Uganda Hotel Owners Association and the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development. Honourable Minister, Sir, I am presenting a total of 216 graduates for today's graduation ceremony. These graduates have successfully completed, fulfilled, and satisfied the requirements for the award of diplomas and certificates of UHTI. The graduates were verified and approved by the Board of Directors for graduation. They have been adequately prepared and well equipped with skills, knowledge, and attitudes that the tourism sector will require of them. Honourable Minister, before we came out with this number of 216 students, a total of 272 students were enrolled for the different programs that are graduating today. Out of these, 235 completed, but only 216 fulfilled all the requirements for graduation. Of these, 131 are female, while 85 are male, representing 61% and 39% respectively. Honourable Minister, the percentage of male students has increased from 32% in the 12th graduation to now 39% in this year's graduation. Additionally, a total of 33 students completed UHTTI short courses and are to be recognized in today's graduation. To the graduates, are we present? We are so happy to see you and want to thank you for coming. Our parents, we want to thank you for coming. To the graduates, I would like to extend special congratulations to you. To your families and friends. Completing your course of study is a big achievement which needs to be celebrated. I know that you have all overcome many challenges to be able to reach this day, including COVID-19. I am confident that your time at UHTTI has expanded your boundaries of knowledge and allowed you to grow as skilled professionals as well as competent individuals capable of working in various areas of specialization with a high degree of expertise and personal integrity. I would request you to please reflect with pride on your accomplishments here as you move to the new opportunities life has in store for you. To the public gathered here today, allow me to give a brief of some of the achievements since the last graduation. Honourable Minister, we participated in the World Skills Competition and won at national level. At continental level, we came third and were able to represent the country at international level in Switzerland, where we topped the African countries that participated in that competition. Our competitor, Mr. Mugera, Husama, and his support instructor, expert instructor, within the institute. I'm hoping that they can come as I finish this speech for you to see them because they represented us ably. Honourable Minister, I want to add that if we had had the better facilities that we are hoping for, I think we would have done even much better. We are on the way, and we know that at least at continental level, and our minister are not doing badly. We are doing well. Honourable Minister, we have automated the operations of the training hotel. We have acquired a new institute bus and van from government. We have opened an affiliation office in the institute to handle all affiliations. We have installed an online library which is facilitating the personal study and research of students. We are completing the development of 2 specialized programs, courses in diploma and certificate in culinary art. In light of the achievements above, we intend to focus on the following. We want to establish outlets in Jinja, a travel agency and a laundry shop, establishing a coffee shop at the source of the Nile to serve the tourists. Honourable Minister, we have requested for permission to set up our an outlet at the source of the Nile. We've not yet gotten the permission from the City Council, but we hope that soon we shall get it and get running with the coffee shop at the source of the Nile. We are also seeking international accreditation for all course and training staff of the Institute. We are also signing a memorandum of understanding with UTB to train all guides and staff and hotel staff as part of UTB's quality assurance framework. We are partnering with international tourism and hospitality training institutions for the long-awaited graduate skills enhancement programs in tourism and hospitality for in-service staff who may not have acquired the appropriate training. We're also strengthening the association of the Uganda hospitality, tourism, and travel institutions in the country with a view of harmonizing the curriculum. Guests of honor, the Institute has some challenges that are affecting us, which I would like to highlight a few. Honourable Minister, our library facility is very small. It can only accommodate 15 students at a sitting. The Institute does not have students' accommodation, sports facilities, a dining room. We are currently using hired facilities. On this part, Honourable Minister, I would like to say that the sports facilities are quite a big challenge because our students really want to participate in sports, but we have that challenge. We are hoping that we can acquire these facilities sometime soon. We also have inadequate lecture rooms and training laboratories, inadequate office space and equipment, including computers and furniture, and we also face high training costs in terms of utilities, practical materials, equipment and tools, and high maintenance costs.
So some of the things that the principal mentioned in her speech is that about 216 graduates sat for the examinations and have graduated finally. And yes, she also said that they are finally successful and completed, fulfilled, and satisfied the requirements for the award of certificate and diploma qualification. Besides that, she also said, in line with the government policy of skilling Ugandans in preparation for middle income status, and she said that the students are finally prepared for the work industry, and yes, they are finally going to get jobs. Now, after the principal, we also had a couple of students that we talked to, and they are going to tell us what they feel, how they feel after finally accomplishing their studies. Let's first go and interact with some of the students, and yes, after that, we'll be having the Minister, Tom Butime, telling us more about this ceremony. Stay tuned. We all go to school to accomplish a certain level of success in life, and boom, when you're done, imagine the excitement. Have you had that experience before? And that is why these girls right here are going to share with us their experience and excitement. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
What are your names?
I'm Chezra Dafindafa.
Okay. So how do you feel right now that you have accomplished your studies?
I'm really happy. It wasn't something easy. We spent almost 3 years studying because COVID came in, but really happy that we've made it. People think it's easy, but it's really not easy. I'm really happy that I've made it to this day.
Okay, so how would you express your excitement in 3 words?
I don't even know the right words to express my happiness. But the thing is, I'm really happy because for some of us, it wasn't really easy at all. But I'm really happy. I have no words to express it, but I'm very happy.
Okay, the minister mentioned something about upgrading in your studies. So are you just going to end here or you have plans on upgrading?
I have plans on upgrading, just that I'm not going to go for school alone. I'm going to be working as I'm also upgrading. Yes.
So what course exactly did you do?
I did hotel operations.
Why did you choose this particular course?
At first, I wanted to be a chef, but then they advised me to do everything so that I can understand the hotel industry well. So when I'm advancing, I'm going to only be doing culinary arts alone.
All right.
Yes.
If somebody outside there watching may be wondering what tourism and hotel is like and they want to do this course, so how would you sell this course to them so that they could take this course as well?
Well, some people minimize this course. People think it's catering, but it's not catering. Because first you fall in the hospitality department, living along the work side, it teaches you how to be disciplined. This hotel really needs people who are disciplined. So besides us earning a living, it helps us become better people. We really have good discipline, trust me.
This is gender balance, and the amazement, the enjoyment, the happiness just continues. And right now we have the boys with us and they're going to tell us how they feel. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Mboa Shaban. I attained a national certificate in hotel operations. Yeah, I feel so awesome today.
Okay. So what course did you do?
I did a national certificate in hotel operations.
What has been your experience?
Yeah, it has been some marvelous. Yeah, I've liked the course. The course is so good. I urge you people to come and join the Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute.
So what is your plan after you finish? Now that you've graduated, what is your plan after this?
By God's grace, I already have a job. And because of our very great instructors who have trained us to be professional and qualified people in this industry, we have been taken to great hotels, and right now we look forward to even greater things than to holding restaurants and stuff like that, bigger businesses in this industry. It's not just having a certificate or being a chef, it's more than that. It's their passion from the heart. Yeah.
Well, they say education just doesn't stop there and it just doesn't end there. And the minister talked about upgrading in your education. So do you plan on upgrading and getting more qualifications in the future after this?
Yes, we are planning for upgrading because even there is a chance of government sponsor. So we are planning after this. We are going to talk with our parents. Then after we shall upgrade.
If somebody outside there wants to do tourism right now, okay, and hotel management, sell this idea to them, sell the course to them, how would you sell it to them?
Definitely, the industry is the industry of money. Anywhere you are, even if you're not in a hotel, you make money. How? Many people have bakeries that are not even in the hotels, but they make money. So tourism, they need tourist guides, tour guides, people who help in bird sighting, everything. So people out there who want to come, I urge you, this is the best course. Trust me, you'll feel great.
Of course, there's so many graduates here and the excitement just continues. But Namulinda Sophia has gotten a first-class diploma in hotel management. How excited are you, Sophia? Because I'm excited for you myself. I want to scream and be like, ah!
I think I'm excited because it was a hustle to this time to really get this. Yes. And the glory gets back to God because I think it was Him.
What makes you different from the rest that have the second class upper, second class lower? Like, did you put so much work than they did, or?
I did, but not too much like maybe the rest, I should say, because I had to work always in the night and I only had to attend classes in the day, meaning I didn't have any discussions with my colleagues, but I always put God first. Even if I felt I had not read fully like my friends, the Holy Spirit always guided me. Yes.
Well, having this first class already shows that you are a genius. I'll call you a genius, of course. But then after this, do you plan on upgrading and doing something better, like a degree, PhD, whatever, master's?
Of course, I'm planning to have it more better than this, to take it to a next grade. Yes.
Well, now that you've just graduated right now, what is your plan for now?
For now, of course, I'm in the industry. I'm working in the industry. Perhaps because getting to the next level, we have scholarships around, the government scholarships. I hope to apply coming next year, yes, for a degree.
So if there's anyone outside there looking for a hotel manager at the moment, why do you think they would hire you?
Actually, I'm a manager already.
Oh, okay. That is nice. That is nice. My bad. That is very good. Okay, so have you had any challenges through your course of study?
Of course, challenges were there, so many of them, so many.
You mentioned some of them.
First of all, financially, because I had to make my tuition. That is why I was working in the night. Yes, financially, physically, like you get so many words outside. They're like, how can you make it even to the last minute? They were like, Sophie, why don't you leave work and first do this? I was like, I have to push forward. I have to do it myself. And if I don't, then I may not do it to my best. Because if I don't work the money, I will not be in class. So that is how hard it was for me. However, God saw me through up to this. Yes.
Well, they say that the roots of education are bitter and the fruits are sweet, and this is a whole definition of that. This explains that all. Well, with me here are some more graduates who are going to tell us more of their experience and, of course, their excitement, because it's an excited day right now. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
I'm Babida Brenda.
What course did you do?
Hotel operation. 419.
Why did you choose this particular course?
I used to travel to many places, like gardens, hotels. I used to like those people who work there. So I decided to work there, to study this course. Yes.
How do you feel now that you have graduated? Finally.
I feel great because this is a long waiting time. We have been waiting for this day. Many people have earned but have not been able. But I thank God because I've been able to graduate today. So I feel just great and good.
What course did you do?
I did hotel management. Yes.
Why this course?
I like this course because it's a course of meeting different people. We meet different people, and it's a course which enables you to direct with different people. For example, the people who work on NTV, they come and maybe at the reception, I meet them and we talk to them. We meet different people like MPs who also come and attend, so it is easier to meet like those VIP members.
So generally you're happy to be on TV right now. They're seeing you, the graduate right now on TV, huh?
I feel good, and people who are watching us, I'm just great. I thank God for this day.
All right, interactions still continue, and yes, you can see some people are so excited to be on TV. I mean, has your graduation been put on TV before? No. Well, mine has been put. Here they are. Well, there is so much in this industry to like. And then somebody watching is like, okay, they have praised this course or this industry a lot. So why would I do this course? How would you sell the idea of doing this course to someone who's watching right now?
Well, first of all, by the name's Imoit Jennifer. And personally, I've pursued a diploma in hotel management. I love the course. And if I'm to make someone love this course, then I should assure them that this place is the best. We learn skills. Why I should advise someone to do this course is that you can start off something on your own. When you come here, they give you skills. They will not give you jobs, but they give you skills. So when you're giving skills, you can start up something. You can start up a restaurant, a coffee shop, you can something small related to hands-on skills, what you can do best. So I must assure any lady out there, if she or he is looking for something concerning with hands, this is the best place. They can do pastry. It is very okay to do pastry. You can start up with a small capital and do it. So it's not that easy, but the journey is soft if you're committed and you're focused.
Okay, so there are so many people outside there that are confused on what course to take. Maybe joining a tertiary institute or university. So why do you think they would choose this course?
Only they would choose if that is where their passion lies. So if your passion is not in hotel, you'll never like it.
Yes, you did hotel management as well?
Yes, I did a diploma in hotel management. That was 228.
Why did you choose this particular course? Because you're speaking of passion. The fact that you chose this one, it means you have a lot of passion for it. And I think you put a lot of work into it and you're now graduated. So why did you choose this course?
I chose this course, it is because it is a hands-on thing whereby if I graduate, I will not lack where to be. Reason being, it only needs some smaller capital and you get started. Rather than you having a paper without a skill whereby you cannot be like self-employed. Yeah. That's why I chose hotel.
What are your plans right now after you have graduated? Are you working? Were you working as you're studying, or you're just going to start looking for a job?
Well, by now I was working, but then I stopped because of some smaller things. What I'm thinking of is how I'm going to be self-employed. I make my own money, I be my own CEO, nobody is pushing after me, I push myself towards what I want to achieve. And also going back to school as usual.
I welcome you all to the 13th graduation ceremony of Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute, Jinja. It certainly gives me great pleasure to preside over this ceremony, where yet another group of young people who have been trained and equipped with skills to serve in the hospitality and tourism sector are being officially released to go and provide service in the sector. The demographic report of the National Population Council 2020 puts the youth below the age of 30 at 78% of the estimated population of 40 million Ugandans. To tap into this potential, the National Resistance Movement Manifesto prioritized the skilling of youth and women across the country to create productive jobs for everyone. Government has therefore created programs to equip the youth with skills through the revival of vocational education and provision of funds through Youth Livelihood Fund, Parish Development Model to ensure that youth have the skills and funds to ensure that they are gainfully employed. The youth that are graduating today have employable skills. In other words, they don't have to bother too much to get employed like other people. That's what employable skill means. Therefore, they should be able to tap into government programs that are in place to facilitate job creation. The tourism sector has also bounced back from the effects of COVID-19, as evidenced by the statistics captured in the first 7 months of this year, 2022, where international tourist arrivals have grown to 437,159, showing a tremendous growth of 49.7% compared to the same period, 2021. I therefore have no doubt that our graduates today will find employment in the sector and have an opportunity to make their contribution to the economy of our beautiful country. I don't know whether the gathering here knows that Uganda is the friendliest country to visit in the world. Friendliest country to visit in the world. The people here are very lucky, they are very, very friendly. And they are the happiest in East Africa. I don't know whether you know that. Yes, this is a recent publication where Ugandans are the happiest where? In East Africa. So if you don't know, you can smile to the next person too and tell you we are the happiest people in East Africa. I therefore have no doubt that our graduates today will find employment in the sector and have an opportunity to make their contribution to the economy of our great and beautiful country. Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute is among the institutions that were earmarked by government to be upgraded to Center of Excellence for Hospitality and Tourism Training and Research. And I'm here this morning to hear from the principal that there is already collaboration between the Institute and Makerere University. As indicated in the National Development Plan 3, NRM Manifesto 2020-2026, and the Tourism Master Plan 2014-2024. Government is investing in upgrading the institute by constructing a 3-star training hotel which is near completion, and construction of classrooms, training laboratories, and offices is expected to commence next year. Next year is just 1 month ago, 1 month to come, 1 month away. Government has also entered into a memorandum with international institutions to transfer technical and management expertise that will transform UHTTI into a center of excellence. Alongside this, we expect the institute to offer an internationally accredited curriculum so as to be internationally recognized and ranked among the best tourism and hospitality institutions internationally. And we shall be ready to compete and successfully. In addition, the ministry is working with the board of directors to implement a restructuring plan which will ensure that the institute has qualified, adequate, well-remunerated staff to deliver the Center of Excellence to fulfill government objectives. And we are being very meticulous and very careful about this. And the exercise will succeed. I want to thank the board of directors for ably executing their oversight role over the institute, the management and staff for the tireless effort put in during training the students, despite the existing challenges and limitations. I appeal to management and the board to continue maintaining the highest standards of training to improve the quality of our tourism human resource, to enable Uganda to compete effectively with other destinations in the region and in the world. This is a noble and patriotic undertaking, and we have to undertake this task without fear, and there is no doubt that we will succeed. Equally, I extend my thanks to the private sector partners, to Jinja City, to the Staff College, which is training students here to be able to defend themselves. And therefore, I'm not surprised why General Igumba is here, because he's specifically invited, isn't it, to show presence for and thank him for the work he's been doing for this institute. Particularly the hotels and tour companies who have provided internship placements for our students. I request you to continue this positive involvement in producing a better skilled workforce for the sector. We cannot continue to import managers and whoever, isn't it, for our hospitality industry. We must have our own competent, skilled, and patriotic. For me, that is very, very important. The ministry agencies like Uganda Tourism Board, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Uganda Wildlife Education Center have also tremendously supported the training activities of UHTTI, both directly and indirectly. And we are grateful to all of them. I would like to thank the Ministry of Education and Sports, National Council of Higher Education, Skills Council, and National Development Curriculum Center for the tremendous work they have done in supporting this institute. I stand here to reaffirm.
Well, it takes a lot for a parent to educate their children through school because they pass through a lot of challenges and rough patches in their life, trying to look for the fees, trying to get them in school, trying to get them the requirements and so much more. And when you speak about universities and tertiary institutions, the tuition fee is very, very high. And for a parent to reach this point where their children are finally successful and graduating, it takes so much. So a parent here is going to tell us more about her journey, you know? Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, madam?
I'm okay, how are you? So you have a son that is graduating today. How do you feel as a parent?
I feel so excited today. I've been waiting for this great day. We've come from far, and only thing we have to say, we thank God for this day. It has been good, yeah.
Now, as a parent, there must have been a few challenges that you have faced. Would you mind explaining some of those challenges in brief?
Of course, there have been challenges. Looking for money, and the journey from Kampala to Jinja has not been easy. And raising up children in this day-to-day life isn't easy. So all in all, I thank God. It has been good. Yeah.
Well, they say that educating a girl child is educating the nation, and we have had some of the mothers here telling us their experience with their children. But of course, it's gender balance. Not only mothers do this, but they do it together with the fathers. And now we have a parent here, a father, who is going to tell us his experience taking his daughter through school. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. My name is Atwine Richard. I'm here to celebrate this graduation with my daughter. My daughter is called, she's called Tukamuhebwa Bonekonsiri.
What has been your experience as a father educating your daughter through these tough economic times?
For sure, it has been not okay. We have been struggling to get money to pay for her, to pay for them, because I don't have one, I have many. I have like 4, but I'm happy. All of them, they have already graduated. This is the last one. So I'm so happy. Yeah.
So what is your plan for your daughter right now that she has finished to graduate? What do you plan for her for the future?
For the future, for her future, I'm planning to get her a business before she gets a job. But once she get a job, I'm going to crap for that. But nowadays, jobs are not there. So I have to look for money and I start business for her. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, when you're speaking of a business, what kind of business would you think to get for your daughter?
She has started things for hotels, so I can start for her a business of hotel, and she starts from there. Yeah.
Now, every parent wants to see their child successful in life. That is something that everybody wants to do. I mean, when you're putting your fees outside there, you're putting tuition fee outside there for your child to study, you expect the best because it takes so much for them to put you in school. And yeah, right now, as the graduates are there excited and very happy, I would like to know the excitement the parents themselves have at this point because the fruits are finally here. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, do you have a son or a daughter?
Oh, I have a son.
How do you feel as a parent right now?
I feel excited. I'm so happy.
Right, so could you give us that excitement that Africans have?
It's so challenging. Yeah.
So as a parent, what has been your journey with your son, paying fees and so much more, the requirements they need, you know?
It has not been so easy, but I would like to thank the Almighty because my boy, I'm so happy that he followed his passion. He wanted to do hotel operations, and I said, yes, take it on. And we supported him. Yeah.
So there are so many parents outside there that force their children to take particular courses because they feel those are the best courses. You know, we have heard of cases where parents are forcing their kids to be doctors, to be lawyers, to be journalists, and that is not what they want. And you as a parent accepted your son to go for hotel management. So what advice would you give to such parents out there?
Thank you very much. Like, as we support our boys, our children, it's very good to make them follow their passion and their area of interest so that you support and you empower him or her in that kind of field. Yeah.
Do you have hopes of upgrading because we only have diplomas and certificates here?
No. I have hopes. He'll upgrade, go for a diploma, for a degree, even a master's. Yeah, in hotel operations.
Well, you can see through the interactions that the students are so excited to have accomplished their studies. And yes, before we can bring more interactions with the students, of course, the graduates who, of course, brought us here today. Now, let us first hear from the chairperson board who oversees the management and structuring of the institute and later reports to the government. Stay tuned.
I welcome you all to the 13th graduation ceremony on this day, 25th of November 2022. On an annual basis, the Institute recruits, trains, and churns out trainees. Today, we are proud to roll out this year's cohort, which has successfully completed studies in the various courses offered by the Institute and are ready for graduation. The role of the board, according to the UHTTI Act 2015, is to supervise, control, and evaluate the activities of the Institute, both academic and non-academic. The board plays a key role in monitoring and ensuring the Institute meets the mandate of the stakeholders in terms of the quality of trainees coming out and what we are presenting today. In line with the oversight duties, the board continues to undertake to monitor, manage the operations of the Institute to ensure the management of the Institute complies with the financial and the PPDA regulations of the government in managing the Institute assets. Honorable Sir, we also ensure that the Institute upholds the education policies on admission, training, assessing standards of government so that the students who graduate from this institute are credible and meet required standards. In line with the board charter, Honorable Minister, we collaborate with other institutes of higher education within and outside the country in key outputs. On this, Honorable Minister, the board is working on collaboration with the 3 international hospitality institutes, namely the Kenya Waterloo College, the Noordpoort College of Hospitality in the Netherlands, and the Courtside Hotel School in Belgium. In other efforts to strengthen the capacity of the Institute towards achieving the Center of Excellence, Honorable Minister, the board is currently embarking on benchmarking international practices and policies to manage an internationally reputable tourism school. We sought contact with the City and Guilds of the London Institute, the World Tourism Organization of the United Nations, the Ted Quayle for accreditation. All these institutes, Honorable Minister, have to help us. We want to find out ways in which we can actually pave a way for Center of Excellence in our work to making UTTI a Center of Excellence in the country. The board approved the budget. The board approved the budget to support and nurture local hospitality training institutions in Uganda through the umbrella body called the Association of Uganda Hospitality, Travel and Tourism Training Institutions. The board also has embarked on restructuring process of the Institute and the implementation of the institutional review and restructuring report of 2021, which we're actually beginning, we began even, and we hope that we shall be able to roll out UHTTI into a new era through having a new team of staff that is going to help us to move on the road of Center of Excellence for these institutions. And we'd also like, in this capacity, Honorable Minister, to applaud you and thank you so much for making us, as a board, to move on with the restructuring process and validating our staff to make sure they remain, if they remain, and of course they have to fulfill the conditions. Thank you so much. The board has addressed the critical capacity gaps among the management and teaching staff by funding capacity building programs on a quarterly basis, acquiring international scholarships and support for master's degrees level education within the country. Additionally, Honorable Minister, a policy to digitalize the Institute programs and systems that has been put in place and is undergoing implementation by the management. We have done so many good things, but we also have challenges, Honorable Minister. Institute has challenges. The funds so far allocated by government for restructuring of the Institute are inadequate to cater for the new staffing structure approved by the public service. If we go by the current allocation, sir, it will take close to 4 years to complete the structuring process. Honorable Minister, we thank the government of Uganda for the improvement in the budget allocation. However, the Institute still operates a deficit budget, especially in the area of training costs, equipment, tools, and maintaining costs. Honorable Minister, a very slow implementation of the SEDEP project that is actually constructing our application hotel, it's really giving us a lot of problems. It's slowing us down completely, and it's affecting our planning and operations of the Institute. And I hope, sir, that you as our minister will have to really look into that and see how to help us to move a little faster. Delayed remittance of government subvention affects the training of students, since the Institute is not allowed to use the school fees at source. We therefore request that a timely remittance of subvention be looked into to ensure training of students is not affected. So, Honorable Minister and invited guests, allow me to introduce to you the current board members serving in the Institute. Dr. Jane Egao Okao in absentia is our interim chairperson representing the Ministry of Education, Sports and Sports. And then Mrs. Kobitashi Rosemary is our member representing the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquity. And Mr. Semakula Samora, member representing Uganda Tourism Board. Mr. Kawesi Emmanuel, member representing the staff of UHTTI. Mr. Mabiro Rogers, representing Student Guild of UHTTI. And Ms. Nahida Begani, member representing Catering Association of Uganda in absentia. Mrs. Amori Miriam Namutasi, secretary, our own acting principal of UHTTI. Honorable Minister, sir, the board approved 216 students for graduation for the award of diplomas and certificates of the Uganda Hotel Tourism Institute, Training Institute, which are actually the students who are now here in those 3 tents. They're the ones who are going to appreciate and also receive and award their diplomas. The board is highly indebted to staff and management for the good work done to train the students. We'd like to thank you, members of staff, for the wonderful work. Thank you so much. And always being there for our students. And I keep saying, without our students, we will not be here, even as the board members. So our students are the ones who make us be in this institute. And so because of them, we have to do everything possible to make sure they become what they are when they go out. And I'm also very happy to know and to hear that almost all our students who are here today are actually placed in employment. I want to thank you so much, young people.
Well, is graduation just about the papers, the speeches, the talk, or there is more to that? Now join me as Kanene Moses takes us through the graduation ceremony and tells us the importance of throwing such a ceremony. Stay tuned. So, Moses, there are so many institutions that throw a function like this one, a ceremony like this one, the graduation. But then how important is this one to you as an institute, to the parents and to the students in general?
Oh, thank you very much, UBC. This function is very important to us. One, we are showing the public, we are showing the government, you are showing the stakeholders what you have been doing for the last few years when the students have been here. So we are saying, you gave us this, we have produced this. They gave us raw materials, we are giving them now finished goods. These students come in this school, they cannot do anything, they cannot say anything, they cannot have any skill, but they are going out fully equipped, fully knowledgeable, fully with working attitude, fully exposed to the work of hospitality. So that's very, very important that now we are sending to the industry, to the country, to the society, people who are transformed, ready to serve their country and their communities.
Now, before I could go any further to ask about the performance of the students in general, the minister talked about students upgrading and not ending here and getting more qualifications. And now the institute offers certificates and diplomas. So how do you plan on preparing for this upgrading?
Thank you very much. One, as the principal said, we have a lot of collaborations. For example, now we're in collaboration with Makerere University. We're in collaboration with the Makerere University Business School. All our students are encouraged to join higher institutions of learning. Secondly, we have a very big plan for this institution to be transformed into a degree awarding institutions. That if those processes are taking long, board is preparing that this institution, in the shortest time, becomes a degree awarding institution. But that said, even put apart, the collaboration we have with Makerere University. Makerere University Business School, we just feed them these students, most especially the most excelling students. We are saying, go back. Few years in the field, go back. It is also a policy that we have to see students going back to school.
So what has been the performance of the students this year compared to the previous years?
Good enough that every year that passes, we improve, both academically and in tech. That this year I've had the best students with a CGPA above 4.5. Last year I had 4.2, 4.3, but this time we are around, I've had even someone with 4.95, was nearly getting everything right in this school, which means everything A. And now we said, the students registered 272, 216 have completed, and the others that have not completed, COVID, you know, many people lost their jobs, many went and didn't come back. For us, we are even lucky that all the 216 came and completed and have graduated with high grades, with everything right.
So when students sit for these examinations, they're both girls and boys. And listening to the speeches, I realized that there are more of girls than the boys. So compared to the boys, how did the girls perform? What was their performance between the girls and the boys? Who performed better?
The girls obviously performed better. And for the last, I think 10 years, the girls have been at it. You know, this problem is historical. By nature, Ugandans thought the courses that are to do with hotel management, tourism management, pastry and bakery are meant for women. That's why you see the girls that come here have high grades at the high school, at all level. The boys who score highly, say now going to learn to cook, and they don't really take serious. So the girls come here with the high level of seriousness, high level of zeal to read, and with high grades, and they keep maintaining it. The boys have done well, but not compared to the girls. I think I've even seen the best excelling performers have been girls. They love it, they have the passion, they do it with one heart, and they come with high grades from high schools.
Well, also during the speech time, I noticed that there's a bit of scarcity with some things to do with laboratories, classes, and certain practical equipments that the students need to get more skills. So what is the future plan to make sure that all this is on set?
Oh, that's very, very good. Just as you've had the board chair and the ministers talking, World Bank, through the government of Uganda, has invested here heavily. The other side of the school you saw is a new 3-star hotel. All the required equipment have come in. The next phase is to put these things you are seeing down and construct a first-class learning infrastructure. They are going to put up for us a 5-story building for classes, which will have a library, will have 3 computer rooms, which will have language laboratories, enough and spacious classes. So the government has really put in a lot, because we have taken time crying to government. You know, this is one of the new tertiary institutions in Uganda. This school was formed in 1996, and it inherited the buildings of the former Crescent Crane Hotel. And the government just put up one single block that you are seeing here. But with time, have been giving us more budget allocation, until we won the World Bank loan to fully now construct and equip higher institutions of learning and hospitality at international level.
Well, there's so many students that graduated, and I saw there were a list of people, students that got the first-class degree. And of course, most of them were the females, like you mentioned before. And of course, the best student today is a girl with the first class. How does that make you feel as an institute? Where does it put you? Because they say education, educating a girl is educating the nation. Where does that put you as an institute?
Very good one, being positive towards girl child. Equipping the girl child, the girl citizens with skills that make her employed. Getting the girl outside being a maid, being seen as someone who is not progressing, doing a girl that cannot do anything that can promote her without the influence of the men, definitely, the influence of the husbands, definitely. But here, a girl like this one now, even without government employment direct, she's going to employ herself. She's going to employ very many. Even us as a school, we are likely to bring her back here to be a lecturer in this institution. And it's only the sky that will be the limit in going. In fact, her journey is even to herself having a PhD, either in food production, housekeeping. So it is an open gate now. Women outside, girls outside, please come to hospitality. Come for these skills. They have an open gateway to self-employment, an open gateway to direct employment. Just as you heard the minister, the chairperson board, the principal saying, all those who have graduated, 90% are already employed. Look what those girls, they are not going to the streets, they are not going to look for jobs, they are going to start earning. And when they start earning, it means a stable marriage, a stable nation, a stable family.
Now, the education journey comes with a lot of challenges and problems, with a lot of temptations. We go through a lot of hardships, and parents put so much to make sure that their children finally make it in life. Now, to all those that have graduated today, I wish you success in your work journey, and you're finally joining the industry. And yes, like they say in the hotel and tourism, easy to get, and many of you already.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.